One leaves no doubt as the best fighter in the game today, for now. Use left or right buttons to navigate. Swipe left or right to navigate. It's been an eventful 5 months of boxing in 2018, to say the very least. We've seen the emergence of two heavyweight stars, who are now set on a collision course of epic proportions. Canelo Alvarez is facing a suspension. Gennady Golovkin dominated Martirosyan in his wake. Vasily Lomachenko continued his mastery of the sport of boxing. With Terence Crawford scheduled to fight again on June 9, he takes a slight slip in the standings, while we have a new top fighter on the list. You won't be surprised. Ding ding. Away we go. This list was published by Sporting News. Stephen Muhlhuisen and Joe Rivera on May 23. Getty Images. Record, 40-0. 39 last fight, defeated Luis Ortiz via KO. Round 10. Next fight, TBA division. Heavyweight. Wilder quieted skeptics in March, knocking out Ortiz in his toughest test. The Alabama native faced adversity for the first time in his career when Ortiz had him on the ropes in the 7th and 8th rounds. But Wilder demonstrated having the heart of a champion, bounced back in the 9th and viciously knocked Ortiz out in the 10th. The fight to make and the one everyone wants to see is between him and unified champion Anthony Joshua, and depending on which side you believe, the fight is either close to being made or both sides are on different planets. Muhlhuisen. Getty Images. Record, 21-0. 20 last fight, def. Joseph Parker, unanimous decision. Next fight, TBD division, heavyweight. Joshua's last fight versus Joseph Parker wasn't pretty, wasn't entertaining and wasn't flashy. But it was a victory. Joshua, now the WBA, WBO and IBF heavyweight champ, answered some questions in the fight, going the distance with WBO champ Parker, avoiding the big shots and defended well. While Joshua didn't put on a show, he did close it, winning the fight via unanimous decision. With 3 of the 4 major belts around his waist, expect Wilder and Joshua to vie for Wilder's WBC strap within the next year. Rivera. Getty Images. Record, 1 April. 45-40 last fight, def. Juan Francisco Estrada via majority decision. Next fight, TBD division, super flyweight. Trungvisai has been resting since his hard-fought victory in February. Sources have told Sporting News the WBC 115-pound champion will run it back with Estrada. The planned Superfly 3 card on September 8. Muhlhuisen. Getty Images. Record, 2 January. 49-34 last fight, draw versus Gennady Golovkin. Next fight, TBD division, middleweight. We should be discussing one of the great rematches in recent boxing history between Alvarez and Golovkin. It didn't come to fruition as Alvarez failed 2 random drug tests in February. The former middleweight champion pulled himself from the bout last month, and subsequently received a 6-month suspension from the Nevada Athletic Commission, ending in August. Alvarez recently enrolled in a year-round drug testing program with the voluntary anti-doping agency. Signing up for the program should help Alvarez rebuild his reputation and inch closer to a potential Golovkin rematch on September 15. Muhlhuisen. Amanda Westcott. Showtime. Record, 38-0. 30 last fight, def. Sergey Lapinez via unanimous decision. Next fight, TBD division, super lightweight. How high will Garcia go? That's the question right now, as Garcia captured another belt in another weight class, the last defeating Sergey Lapinez for the IBF super lightweight strap. It was Garcia's 4th championship earned in 4 weight classes, joining some of boxing's best to accomplish that feat. But will he move up again? Some think he may. There's not much left for Garcia to prove in a ring, but now he has to take some big-name fights to solidly and earnestly secure his legacy. Rivera. Getty. Record, 1 February. 32-28 last fight, def. Igor Mikhalkin by TKO, round 7, next fight, Eleider Alvarez on August 4 division, light heavyweight Kovalev continued fighting like the crusher of old since his 2 losses to Andre Ward, most recently stopping Mikhalkin at the end of March to retain his WBO title. Originally, Kovalev was scheduled to make his return in late June against Marcus Browne, but in April Browne was arrested for domestic violence and subsequently pulled from the fight. Shortly thereafter, Kovalev released a statement that Alvarez would be the replacement. Muehlhausen, Getty Images, record, 23-0, 20 last fight, def. Lamont Peterson next fight, versus Carlos Ocampo, June 16, division, welterweight Showtime Boxing broadcast Mauro Ranallo said it best, the truth hurts. See, the Wizard of Words wasn't just talking about Spence Jr. and his physical dominance over opponents. He was likely also talking about Spence Jr.'s unfortunate truth of being the most feared welterweight in the division today. While Keith Thurman was bumped off this list due to inactivity, there remain solid welterweights within the division, Danny Garcia and Sean Porter to name a few. While red tape is tangling up some of the division right now, the unfortunate truth for some is that Spence Jr. is the man of the hour, the man with the power and the top of the welterweight food chain right now. Rivera, Getty, record, 32-0, 23 last fight, def. Julius Indongo Viejo, round 3, next fight, versus Jeff Horn, June 9, division, welterweight. The top 3 of these pound-for-pound rankings are tough, and will often lend themselves to changes due to inactivity and flavor of the week type fighters. Crawford, previously the top dog in these rankings, hasn't fought since August 2017, when he floored Julius Indongo with a body shot. A lot of questions will be answered when he faces Jeff Horn on June 9, chiefly, how good is Jeff Horn, really? Wait, that's probably the only question, but is a special fighter and slipping to no. 3 doesn't hurt him at all, especially when you consider a fair amount of the layoff was moving up to welterweight in October 2017, finding a dance partner and then sustaining a hand injury when the fight was originally supposed to take place. Hopefully the ring rust doesn't wear on him entering his fight versus Horn, because Crawford earned this opportunity to shine. Rivera, Getty Images, record, 38-01, 34 last fight, def. Vanes Martirosyan Viejo, second round, next fight, TBD division, middleweight. Golovkin could have easily overlooked Martirosyan considering the circumstances which led to the fight happening, but give GGG credit. He stayed focused, went in and ran through Martirosyan quickly. Golovkin has a litany of options for his next bout. He could face Billy Joe Saunders and become the undisputed champion, or schedule a rematch against Daniel Jacobs. But the Alvarez rematch is the most lucrative. While it would be nice to have all 4 titles or avenge a close fight in which some people think he lost, the chance to secure his legacy and make life-changing money is the option Golovkin should, and will, take. Muehlhausen, Getty Images, record, 1-1-1-0, 10 last fight, def. Jorge Linares via TKO, round 10, next fight, TBD division, super lightweight. Vasily Lomachenko is a special fighter. That's it. The way that he toys with his opponents is insanity. Look at the way he messed with Guillermo Rigondeaux in December, spinning around after clinch breaks and in between rounds. Then, Rigo quit on his stool, joining 3 other Lomachenko opponents prior to him. Lomachenko started feeling himself a bit in the ring versus Jorge Linares and was caught off guard with a straight right hand that sent him down to the mat. It was seemingly the first true test High-Tech has faced since his second professional bout. But it was no matter. Lomachenko closed the show with a devastating body blow just a few rounds later. His footwork, his precision and his flair are all top tier, and there's no one better in the sport right now. It's hard to see anyone dethroning Lomachenko. Now a 3-division world champ in just 12 professional fights, Lomachenko is out to make boxing history, and he's doing it in awe-inspiring style.